Hey, right now we're going to be talking about childlike perseverance and trying until right now on the front. Hello everyone, welcome to the front. My name is Mike Phillips and I will be your host today or this evening, this afternoon, whatever day you're watching this. Please tune in to leadtheteam.tv. As always, you can check me out on Google Play and on iTunes if you're looking for the podcast. You can look at Lead the Team TV on YouTube. You can always participate in the discussion down below, as often it will lead to a really excellent future show. So tonight's show, I'm talking about childlike perseverance. And believe it or not, this show idea came to me from my 10-year-old son, Carter, who said, "Dad, you should talk about perseverance, which means you go until you accomplish it." And so as I thought about it this afternoon, I thought, man, that could make a really good episode. So first off, let's talk about the actual definition of perseverance. Perseverance, or to persevere, is to continue in the course of action, even in adversity or with little prospect of success, which means you keep going, you keep taking action, you keep going after it, you keep attempting the goal until there's nothing else there. It's just until, right? So when I'm talking about childlike perseverance, here's another tip. If you're watching the video episode, you'll see this at the end. If you're listening to the podcast, I would encourage you, tune in to leadtheteam.tv, because at the end of this, one of the things that we did today, we did some rock climbing with my kids. And for me, perseverance, they tried until they reached the top, right? So I'm going to include a couple clips of both my daughter and my son reaching the top of the rock wall. So one of the unique things about perseverance, or trying until you accomplish something, first off, when we're talking about childlike perseverance, they don't have a lot of stops and barriers involved in trying to achieve something. Kids are often encouraged. They're encouraged by parents. They're encouraged by their peers. They're encouraged by other people, that they're constantly on the sideline going, "Hey, you can do it. You can do it. You got this." And then somewhere along the lines of us being a teenager, and certainly us being an adult, people stop cheering for us. And so it makes it more difficult to persevere, because as an adult, you don't have cheerleaders as often as when you're a kid. And I was thinking about that this afternoon, because I've got my kids climbing this rock wall, and it's like 25, 30 feet, probably 30 feet in the air, realistically. And I'm watching my two children, ages 10 and under, attempt this rock wall, and my wife and I are at the bottom. We're like, "Hey, you got it. You can do it," right? 30 feet in the air, nothing to catch you. Rock and roll, right? And as adults, we don't get that. You know, if you think about it, as kids, you have all these cheerleaders in your life that are going after it, that are cheerleading for you, that are telling you you can accomplish something. And somewhere along the way, people's egos, people's, I guess mostly their egos, really, it gets in the way, because they want to make sure that they are more successful than you are. So here's a few tips. Here's a few things that I'm thinking about childlike perseverance. First off, in the rain, right? We had a big rainstorm here this afternoon, so my brain fires off in all these different directions. So you just got to roll with me here on this. In the rain, kids, you know, parents, they look for it and they go, "Oh my gosh, there's rain, and I hope there's not hail, and there's pounding down, and I got to drive in this, and blah, blah, blah." Kids just look for the rainbow. Think about that for a second. They're just like, "Hey mom, hey dad, where's the rainbow," right? "Is there a rainbow in this one? Double rainbow? It's exciting." They don't care about the rain, the storm, or all of the other weather that's happening around them. They just look for the rainbow. They look for the exciting part. They look for the rainbow at the end of the storm, so to speak, because that sun shines through and it shows any kid that I've ever met. And like I said, I know I may be skipping around for this, but any kid that I've ever met, when it's raining outside, that is all they're worried about. They're worried about rainbows and puddles, right? Fun and hope. That to me is awesome. And somewhere, like I said, along the lines, we lose that fun and we lose that hope sometimes as adults. You need to find people that will support you to keep the fun and the hope. Keep the fun and the hope, keep the rainbows and keep the puddles in your life, because that is what makes our lives awesome. Here's a few other things. When we're talking about perseverance, courage and confidence come through every single experience in your life. You've got success and you've got failure. You have to have the courage to persevere and continue through something. You have to, and then once you've persevered through it, it gives you that confidence. It gives you that excitement to see your way through it. You have to maximize it, love it, live it, right? Make it part of your life. That is part of perseverance. Hope is a powerful thing. When I'm talking about the rainbows and the puddles, the rainbow part of it, the hope, the desire to have the sun shine through the clouds and make that perfect rainbow, hope is a powerful thing in people's lives. The beauty will grow out of uncertainty, right? Lots of times you'll end up with that perfect rainbow. You'll end up with that perfect double rainbow out of the most disgusting flood, storm, weather, whatever it is in your life. That hope can be born out of total uncertainty. And sometimes it's just out of the reach, right? You think, man, you look up and you see the clouds and you see the darkness that is surrounding you, and you think, man, if I can just make it past that next cross street, that is where the rainbow shows up. That's where the hope shows up. Hope is powerful. You have to be able to see the bright side in situations. When your perspective is working against you, when you start to see the negative instead of the positive, you got to be able to make the decision to flip the coin, to make that conscious cut off any other stops and barriers, to be able to make that decision, to see the bright side, to say, hey, you know what? Even if I can't see it now, I see the dark clouds above me. Right on the other side of that, I know there's a rainbow. You have to have faith. You have to have absolute faith that the rainbow and the hope will show up. You have to live with your eyes wide open in your life and appreciate the people that are here. Appreciate the small moments. Appreciate, so often we're worried about stretching and reaching until the future instead of just enjoying the present company and the present time. We're so worried about being impressive to the people that are around us instead of just being true to ourselves and being impressive to ourselves, that it would then impress and inspire the people around us. So you got to live eyes wide open right now in the present, because right now, the present, what's right in front of you, it absolutely is the gift. So as I'm talking about that childlike perseverance and what you have the potential to accomplish, you just got to keep in mind, keep inspiring yourself. Enjoy the moments. Enjoy the rainbows and the puddles, right? Inspire yourself. Live eyes wide open. Live right now in the present. when you're inspiring to yourself, you will become inspiring to other people. It's really amazing. If you can get yourself fired up, the people that are around you, those people will get fired up. They'll get excited about it, and they'll start backing you and getting behind you and getting pumped up and getting fired up. So that's my message for this Sunday. You know, when we're talking about childlike perseverance, just keep going until. See the exciting things that are right in front of you. One more reminder, make sure you stay tuned to the end of this, because you can see my kids climbing all the way to the top of the rock wall and persevering until. So I appreciate you joining me tonight for another episode of The Front. Remember, it's every Wednesday and Sunday. And I hope to see you back here next week. Thanks. Hope you have a great evening.